Hey AfterBuzzers, Happy New Year. We're here for another Spotlight On, and we have a special guest today, Mr. Paxton Booth. Stay tuned to find out all the cool things that we're going to talk about right here on
You're
AfterBuzz
tuned
TV.
in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN.
Hey AfterBuzzers, Happy New Year. We're here for another Spotlight On here at AfterBuzz TV, and we have a special guest today, Mr. Paxton Booth. We're going to talk about BMX, Hot Wheels, and a bunch of other cool things that have to do with the Disney Channel. Stay tuned right here on AfterBuzz TV.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey AfterBuzzers, welcome to AfterBuzz TV and Happy New Year. It's 2019, can you believe it?
Not really.
I
It's
know.
kind of crazy.
It's very crazy. How are you today?
good. How are you?
I'm good. So for those of you who don't know, which you should know, this is Mr. Paxton Booth. It's great to have you here, and my name is Ashley Allen. How was your holidays?
Great. How was yours?
Mine was good. Very busy, long, but can't complain.
Yeah.
Did you get anything cool for Christmas?
I got some really awesome stuff for Christmas. I got a classic Nintendo that has like 30 classic games on it, like all the Super Mario Brothers. But I also got because you know I'm a big Hot Wheels collector.
Yeah.
I got my favorite movie of all time is Nightmare Before Christmas, and I got a Jack Skellington Hot Wheel car. So that is just like a rad car to add to my collection.
Okay, so I'm officially jealous. You got all the toys that I used to play with when I was a kid. That's so cool. Maybe I'll have to come over and play you on Nintendo sometime, right?
Maybe so.
Okay, and I might lose. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not that great at it, so.
All right, so let's get into your show on the Disney Channel, Coop and Cami. Tell me about the show, and then tell me about your character, Ollie.
Well, the show, as you know, it's called Coop and Cami Ask the World.
Yes.
But it's about a mom and 4 kids and the neighbor kid who kind of acts like the fifth. And they have a live stream channel called Would You Wrather, where they ask for help with their millions of followers for like everyday problems or which silly stunt they should do.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about your character. What's your character up to? What's his story?
His name is Ollie Wrather. He's the youngest of the Wrather family. And he's a super fun character to play because he says whatever's on his mind and has not one filter at all.
Really?
Yeah, he just says whatever's on his mind. And he's also the test pilot for the Would You Rather show, which means he gets to do the stunts, like flying in the air. A lot of this is harness work, but like flying in the air, being in grows goop, and doing all that crazy stuff.
So how does that feel, getting to do all of that kind of crazy stuff? I saw one clip from the show that you were taking a bath in leftovers.
Yeah, it's pretty darn crazy. Like they just threw me into it right away.
Was it real leftovers?
It was it was real food, so it was real leftovers from the day before crafty.
Okay.
So it was pretty gross, but it was fun. It was good.
So how did you take a shower? Like,
I
what's
took
that
a shower.
process like?
So
Does it smell bad?
very. We took a shower in the trailer after, and it smelled pretty darn bad.
Oh no.
Our stunt coordinator, which he like supervises us, see if we're doing good. He teaches us how to fall and do all that stuff. And he had to carry actually me out in a trash bag to the trailer. It smelled so bad and was so groovy and gross.
Yeah.
It was a pretty darn crazy experience, but it was awesome.
So what's been one of your favorite stunts that you've done on the show so far?
My favorite stunt of all time was when I got to fly like a flying squirrel in like a wingsuit. And it was like big and webby. And so I had to like fly backward. It was so fast and high. It was amazing.
Oh my God, you're not scared to do this stuff?
No, not at all.
So you're just a daredevil, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I would
I
call
like it.
myself one.
I like that. That's fun. You only get one life. have fun while you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
So, of your, you work with a lot of actors on set, whether it's, for the Disney Channel or other projects that you've worked on. What is something that you learn or take from the other actors that you work with?
Well, I learn a ton of stuff for them, but specifically from like Coop and Cami Ask the World, I learn from everybody, and I learn a ton of stuff, but I learn a lot of little stuff that adds up to like a one big one.
Got it.
Like Rebecca Metz, who plays the mom on the show, she gives me a whole bunch of little tips, like squeeze their toes when you try not to laugh, when you don't want to laugh in the scene, but it's really funny.
Yeah.
And hit the save button when you do a good take that's hard to do. So you got to hit the save button, save. And it's all that crazy stuff that I learned from even the crew members on the set. I learned like one of the camera members, he does the camera, his name is Kenny, and he teaches me how to do the camera in between takes when we have time.
Oh, cool.
I learned how to zoom in and do all that fun stuff, so I learned a lot of stuff on set. I can't choose one that's the best.
Well, that's awesome. You're working and learning at the same time.
Yep.
So what advice would you have for someone else out there who's watching that maybe want to be an actor? How do you think they could get into your shoes one day?
Well, just keep trying. Like, try as hard as you can and never give up. If you do an audition and you don't get it, it might not be because you might forgot if you said this line. It might be because your looks. It might be, you never know. So just keep trying, and you're gonna get something.
Absolutely. I love that attitude. You have a great attitude.
Thanks.
All right, so tell me about this BMX thing. We talked about your stunts. We talked about that you're a daredevil. How did you get into BMX, and how long have you been doing it?
Well, I started when I was about, I think, 3 years old.
Yeah.
But my dad was the editor for BMX magazine named BMX Plus, and he wrote a lot too. So he got me a BMX bike, and we started riding together, and we've been doing it ever since. So it's like our thing to do now. Like, we actually just went to the skate park this morning. We do it like almost every day. We go to the skate park, the pump track, and ride a ton.
Oh my gosh, I'd be so scared. You're brave. Do you have any new tricks that you're trying to learn right now?
Well, I'm not into like the tricks, but I'm getting like the jumps down and getting the jump straight and not bouncing my tires when I'm landing. But right now I'm just working on getting the big jumps and carving and trying to jump out of those big bowls. Just kind of working on the big jumps right now.
Got it. Okay. So tell me a little bit about your Hot Wheels collection.
Well,
I heard that you have over 100 cars, is it?
A little over 1,000 actually.
Oh my God.
It's just a little bit of an obsession.
Okay.
I do have a ton of Hot Wheels. I've been collecting since I was probably 4. I started with my dad's Hot Wheels that my grandma had saved in her closet, and I found them, and I thought they were really cool.
Yeah.
So I bought some more in the store, and I just kept buying them, and every audition and callback I get $1, and I spend that on a Hot Wheel, and so that's one more Hot Wheel, and then it just kept adding up to a little over 1,000. Right now I'm at 1,118.
Okay. Do you have any other hobbies that you like?
I have a ton. Right now I'm very into the classics. I love the classic Hot Wheels because it's actually their 50th anniversary this year, so I'm getting a lot of the cars from 50 years ago, and I really like reading and learning online about their history. That's like the best part because the history is actually as interesting as the cars are itself.
Definitely.
It's so amazing.
Every car has a story.
Oh, totally. About the designs and the designer and how it went through the process and all the kinks they had to get out. Every car has its own story.
Yeah. So I heard that me and you both have something in common. We both are into animal rescue.
Oh, you are too?
I am. The dog that I have now, she's a lab and a husky mix, and I got her from a shelter.
Great.
So tell me, how did you get into that, and what does that mean to you?
Well, I really think every animal should have a home, and every home should have an animal, because I grew up with 2 pit bulls my whole life, and I loved how I love like the feeling of the house being full and how cute they were and petting them.
Yeah.
And I want everybody in every house to have that same feeling. I want all the shelters to be cleared.
I love that. And there's nothing like coming home and being greeted by a dog, right?
Nope, there's nothing else like that. They just get so excited when you come home and you're like, wow, it's so amazing. You get to pet them and get all crazy with them, play outside in the backyard, go for walks. It's the best thing ever.
It's the best thing. It's the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a long career ahead of you. You're just at the beginning. What is a role that you see yourself playing in your future?
Well, I want to see myself doing almost every kind of thing, like a silent film and all that, but my highest stuff is definitely a Tim Burton film. He's my favorite director of all time.
Yeah.
So he's amazing, and I really want to get in one of his films. I want to be in a horror film, like
cool.
sit in the makeup chair for 4 hours and get all that crazy makeup on. That would be rad. And, yeah, I really want to do that. Oh, and have my own fashion line someday. I really want to have that. Like, that's a big thing.
See, I could definitely see that. You know, the hair, you got the shoes going on, we got the matching jacket.
Yeah, thank you. I don't think fashion should have a gender.
I agree. There's certain things, you know, that we could share and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Plus, fashion is all about self-expression.
It is.
So what are you expressing today? What's your look today?
You know, I think I'm going for like the denim look, but I think I'm just a little stylish, but a little casual look with the jeans. I think I'm going for a little casual, stylish look.
Yeah, you guys should see his shoes. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you should. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, I love your shoes.
Thank you.
All right, so we have come to a conclusion today. It's been so good talking to you. You're a ball of energy. I love it. And you have a great outlook on everything. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else you're going to be into in your career.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing what I'm going to do in my career, too.
Yeah, maybe some directing, all
Yeah,
that
might
down
be
the line.
fun. Do some of that stuff.
Yeah, I can see it. You have a creative mind. And I like that.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, tell everyone where they can find you on social media, whether it's Twitter, Instagram. Go ahead and share that.
I'm mainly active on Instagram, but you can just follow me at Paxton Booth.
All right, and I'm your host, Ashley Allen. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Ashley Reed Allen. And until next time, you guys can follow us here at AfterBuzz TV for all of our other different shows, and you can find us on iTunes and Spotify right here on AfterBuzz TV.
Bye!
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.